Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Witness Mdaka. I'm a businessman, property investor, as well as the author of It's More Than Just Money, a guide to escaping the red race and building generational wealth. Now, if you're new to my channel, please click on the subscribe button so that you don't miss any videos that we put out. And then as well, go on to the comment section so that you can click on the link to join my inner circle. In the inner circle, we discuss strategies around business, property, as well as shares, and how we can build a portfolio for the next generation. Now, speaking of the next generation, I want to speak to you today about how you could use insurance to build wealth for the next generation. Now, I want you for a second to imagine someone who's 40 years old, who's got 2 kids and a spouse. Now, that person takes up 5 million rands worth of insurance, and instead of registering their spouse or their children as beneficiaries to that money when they pass, they decide to set up a family trust that is going to be the beneficiary of that 5 million rands when they pass. Now, obviously, that person will have an insurance, and they will set up their will, which will dictate where their money goes when they pass, and they will have a family trust who's going to be the beneficiary of that 5 million rands. Now, what they do also in their will is dictate how their children, their immediate children, are going to do once they receive that 5 million rand. So part of their wishes in their will could be that that money will go directly into an investment that is going to pay interest to their children. Like, for instance, if there's an investment that pays about 4 to 6%, the children will be living on 4 to 6% monthly of that money that they would be receiving as their insurance payout. Now, as well, they could also dictate that those children will also be forced to pay to take up insurance for themselves as well, so that they could also pay into the family trust when either of them passes. So, for instance, there's 5 million rands. The father passes. The children are the beneficiaries of that 5 million rands through a trust, of course. Now, that money is put in an investment that pays 6 to 10% annually, depending on the interest that they get. They get paid that money, and then they live on the interest. Now, on that money as well, they also pay insurance for themselves so that it can pay out to the next generation into the trust in the similar manner, so that the cycle could continue in that manner. So from the moment the first person takes up the insurance, right, the person passes, 5 million is paid into the family trust. 2 children are the beneficiaries in that family trust. They receive interest, or they live on the interest that is paid into the family trust on a monthly, yearly basis, right? And then the same children also take up they take up life cover on their individual capacity, which is paid by the same family trust that has received the 5 million rands. And then when either of the children passes, they also leave 5 million towards that family trust, which is left for their children and the next generation. So that way, you could use insurance as a way in which you build generational wealth. And your will becomes now a tool which you use to communicate with the next generation, to say, when you receive the money in the trust, I want each of you to have insurance, so that you also in turn can leave an amount which is 2 million, 5 million, whatever you afford for the next generation. Because obviously insurance is calculated according to one's risk and according to one's ability to live long or short, right? So think about it for a moment, where you are in your life, right? Whether you've got a business or not, whether you've got assets in the form of properties, Bitcoin, books that you've written, or any form of investment, whether or not you have it, you could at this particular moment find a way to build wealth for the next generation by simply making sure that you take up life insurance and you focus on paying it. And when it pays out, instead of it paying out to your kids or your beneficiaries, it pays into a family trust that is going to invest further with another institution. Maybe even if your kids are not financially savvy to grow money, they at least will be living on the interest of that money paid out. And as well, they also will be paying their own insurance using the same money so that when they pass, they also could in turn use the same formula that you use to build wealth for them to build wealth for the next generation and the next generation. So they also will have a will that dictates how their money is going to be used by their own family trust, or the same family trust that you've started. And that way, when their kids come, they also could add in a strategy of now that you are living on the same interest I've been living in from my father, you can also use part of the money to buy properties, to buy into a business, or to buy shares and find a way to increase the money for the next generation. Now, if you like this, comment on the comment section. Let me know what your thoughts are. Let's have some engagements in the comment section. Let me know if you would use the same strategy as well to build wealth for yourself. Apart from obviously using the traditional route, which would be business, property, or shares, you could also use insurance as a tool to build wealth for the next generation. I hope you enjoyed this video. Tune in for more videos. Peace out.